Clark off the switch, found Smith, who laid it in. That is now 13 assists.
This is now the 5th straight game for the Fever with 40 or more points in the paint. And the pace of this game, I'm not quite sure who it's benefiting. I guess I have to say the Wings right now because they're up.
Clark turned the corner.
But then again, here comes the Fever using the same prescription. Caitlin Clark has been able to be ball dominant the last few possessions, and she's got it.
Allen missed the opportunity for a three-point play. Baseline, nice move by Boston, count it. Eight with plantar fasciitis, but her team is beating Indiana, and that's exactly what the Fever needed to start the fourth.
That might be one of the more contested looks that Caitlin Clark has gotten tonight, and that's what she knocked down.
When you talk about game changers in women's basketball, one name rises above the rest: Caitlin Clark.
And look, there is no question that the paint is a completely different story. As Clark just went right by her former teammates and laid it in. She's got 20.
Man, talk about.
The team shot it well from out there here tonight. Both under 30% for three. Clark bouncing. Boston charging to the rim and finishing.
But being able to make this game look as easy as it is very difficult. We'll have to be well aware of where Copper's at.
Clark bouncing. Boston finds some space and knocks it down. And Indiana's been red hot here early. Clark out for a whole three. She knocks it down.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And it's 3 of 12 from out there. This time it's Clark who comes up with the steal and is fouled by Atkins. Allen will launch and miss on a 3-ball. Mystics have opened up 0-4 from the floor. Clark, good feed inside. It's Samuelson.
Ball by Katie Lou Samuelson, and Caitlin on a dime right there.
A player who redefined what it means to be a scorer, a leader, and a showstopper all in one. Caitlin isn't just a shooter. She's a range-defying, defense-breaking, highlight-reeling force of nature.
They've scored on 6 of their 8 possessions this quarter. Caitlin Clark to Smith. A rocket of a pass.
And that's the way to push the ball in transition.
Oh, they're not going to waste much time. Caitlin Clark has her second three-pointer. Has started out 2 for 3 from 3.
And creating a little space for herself. That's how.
Free throws. Nice backdoor feed by Boston.
Everything but the bucket that time for Phoenix.
Good job by Cunningham to quickly get on Clark.
Clark stakes the screen and got the layup and one.
As he doing the kick. Going right off the window, no good there. We've seen a couple of bunnies on both sides missed thus far. Clark now over the top. Another nice pass, and this one is converted. You just see the touch by the rookie.
But this is the intensity on defense that has started this run for Atlanta. The help side's got to be there.
How about the finish at the other end for Clark?
From the moment she steps past half court, defenders are on high alert, and with good reason. Whether it's a pull-up 3 from 30 feet or a no-look pass in transition, you never know what she's going to do next. But you know it's going to be electric. Her handles are tight. Her confidence, unshakable.
Feet under her shoulders and launch.
A Clark from the blind side. The steal and a bucket.
She works hard and does her work early before the ball gets inside.
Cheyenne Parker married in the offseason. Clark catch and shoot, hits a 3.
Screen setting up aerial power. She's coming off a pin down. An excellent screen by Nalissa Smith. She takes a piece of Powers off.
Love to see that. DMV showing up, showing out.
Clark, an absolute beautiful shot.
It's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty. So let's see if they can have a better one here today as Clark finally hits her first shot of the night. It's on Wednesday.
One thing about Caitlin Clark, she's relentless. She's going to keep shooting that ball.
To the Commissioner's Cup final. What a dish. Down the floor. Wallace. The finish plus the foul. On a beautiful delivery from Clark.
For Caitlin Clark's game, the deep 3 is one and the get-ahead pass is another. Oftentimes, it's remember 11 roster spots, and that's why you got to stay ready on the end of the bench. You don't know when your number's going to get called.
Well, bad pass. It's Clark with the steal. She'll fake the three and just blow by Talbot, but misses at the rim. Boston picks up 4 and a foul.
And Finlay, love it. Pretty with the finish.
Clark, he picked up by Clarity. Brink there to help. Nice pass back. Finlay, how did she find her?
She plays like every possession is personal. And maybe that's why she's built a reputation as one of the most fearless competitors we've ever seen. But make no mistake, Caitlin Clark isn't just about scoring. She's one of the most complete offensive players in the game. Yes, she can drop 40 points any night, but her vision sets her apart. Her passing IQ is elite, threading needles, hitting cutters, and running the pick and roll with surgical precision.
Mitchell, guarded by Harris. Mitchell spinning, finding Clark. 5 to shoot. Clark lays it in. Tie game.
Has that one foul, knows it's important not to pick up the second because she got 2 in the first quarter against Connecticut.
Clark connects on a 3.
And she needs to be aggressive on the offensive end. And anytime her defender, Carrington, gets caught up on a screen, and a nice one by...
Of that run to the finals before the Liberty fell to the Aces in 4 games. Clark connects on a 3.
Caitlin Clark here gets the switch on the screen. Small.
It is Caitlin Clark able to clear for Indiana.
Caitlin coming off that 20-point performance right here. Handling the physicality of Benijah Laney, with which Caitlin Clark handles right here. She crosses sides of the floor. She gets her hips and shoulders past Laney, and she...
And now Clark comes up with a steal. Clark thought about pulling up from 3. Will dip inside and lay it in. There are the first points in the WNBA career.
She's not just reading the defense, she's controlling it. Watch her move without the ball. Watch her eyes scan the floor in transition. Watch how she manipulates defenders into biting on fakes before launching a logo 3. Caitlin's basketball mind is years beyond her age. She doesn't just react, she dictates tempo. And her confidence, off the charts. But it's not arrogance, it's earned swagger. She's put in the work, she's taken the hits, and she's come out stronger every time. Whether it's on the biggest stage of the NCAA tournament or under the bright lights of the WNBA, she never backs down. What makes Caitlin even more special is how she lifts the players around her. Her energy is contagious. Her hustle is relentless. She plays with passion and fire, and it inspires her teammates to do the same. She's not just leading in points, she's leading in effort.